I know.
All right. Y'all ready to get to work? Okay, so today we're going to talk about Gog and Magog. Who been hearing about Gog and Magog? Who is Gog and Magog?
People that come in the end, somebody else.
Anybody think Russia and this war right now is Gog and Magog? Raise your hand. Nobody? Oh, y'all studied yourself to be approved? Right, so today we're going to prove that. Now, where did this doctrine come from that the war right now is Gog and Magog? Now, what we got to remember that we have an imposter in our land, right? And this imposter that's in our land is making a whole story around them being the people, right? And so they created a story like right now, and a lot of Hebrew Israelites is jumping on this, talking about Gog and Magog is fighting right now. And then when they get to the actual chapter, they stop. They don't want to keep reading. Right? Because if you keep reading, it's going to show you that it couldn't be Gog and Magog fighting right now. It's impossible. Unless the Jewish people are the people. Y'all want to say that?
That's what you have to say.
Because, and the reason why I'm going to say that for the people that's listening, Gog and Magog fight is after the 1,000-year reign. Not before the 1,000-year reign. And we got like big teachers sitting up here, Gog and Magog fighting right now. It's Russia and Iran and it's going down right now. Okay, so if it's going down right now, that's the final war of the earth. The Most High about to stand up and destroy everything after that. Right? So where is we going to the land at? Where is our peace? Where do we have time to rest from all the pain and suffering we done went through? In the thousands and thousands of years since Egypt, we've been going through it. You know what I'm saying? So we don't never get a time of peace. Shalom. Okay, so now let's go to Ezekiel chapter 38 real quick. And we're going to read it, and then I'm going to prove to you that it couldn't go down like this. Every time I see somebody say, yeah, man, we got to go to Ezekiel chapter 38, they stop right in the middle of the chapter. Every time. Because if they keep reading, they'll be like, whoa, wait a minute. This ain't talking about right now. Now, we got people that's listening, so for them to understand that there is imposters in the land, let's go to Luke 21 first. Yeah, this is for people who don't know that we breaking it down to. And I'm freestyling this whole thing. I ain't writing nothing down, so. All right, so let's start at. All right, we're going to start at verse 20. Luke 21 and 20.
Luke chapter 21, verse 20. And when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is near. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
Okay, so he said, when you see Jerusalem compassed with armies, this is Christ talking to the disciples, giving them, because remember, what Christ was doing was telling them the future, the present, and the past. And we have that same power with this book. We can go back in the past, the present, and the future, right? And we got the ability to know exactly where we at, what's going to happen, what's going to be the outcome of any situation because of this book?
That's right.
Right? Because the Most High put it together is so perfect that we know what's going to happen before it happens. And so all we got to do is be ready for whatever is going to happen. So 70 AD, Jerusalem got compassed with armies, and the Jews at that time ran out of Egypt. Ran out of Jerusalem. All right, go ahead.
And let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
All right, so they shall fall by the sword, meaning a lot of them will be killed. And they shall be led away captive into some nations.
All nations.
All nations. This is what was going to happen to the children of Israel. And what's going to happen after that?
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
So Jerusalem going to be trodden down by Gentiles, right? So they're going to be trodden down by Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles are fulfilled. When is the time of the Gentiles being fulfilled? Let's go to Isaiah 63.
Isaiah 63.
This is the time that the Gentiles gonna get what they get. Verse 1.
Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 1. Who is this that comes from Edom, with dyed garments from Basra?
Okay, so he named Basra, and Basra, this is an end time prophecy, right? Basra is in Jerusalem, right? So even though the war is going on, all of those Jewish people are not going to leave that land. It's predicted that they're going to stay in the land. And then when they stay in that land, what's going to happen?
This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
So there is a man coming. He has dyed garments on. He's traveling greatness in his strength. So he's flying like Superman. Right? And he said, and I speak righteousness mighty to save. When we look up that word save right there, that word means savior, which is Yeshua, which is another word for Yeshua. Right? So they let you know that this is Yeshua coming. Right? What it say after that?
Verse 2. Wherefore are you red in your apparel, and your garments like him that tread in the wine vat?
So Isaiah asks, why is your garment so red? Where did this red dye come from on your garment? Read.
I have tread in the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment.
All right, so this is Christ saying that he is going to personally move who's ever in that land. Not a war, they gonna shoot a nuclear bomb over there, and everybody gonna be out of there. It's not gonna happen like that. The war is gonna be going. It's gonna be a lot of them that leave. They might come back. But at the very end, when Christ get ready to come, they're going to be there. And he's going to kill them. So the dye, the red dye on his garment is the blood of all of the people that he killed. That's how his garment got red. It said it looked like he was in a wine press smashing grapes. Right? So it was that red. Right? And he said, I did it by myself, and I trampled them, and their blood is sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. So he said, every part of my raiment going to be stained, because I'm smashing on all of them. Right? And what did it say after that?
Verse 4. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeem is come.
All right, so why is Christ doing this? Why is Christ smashing on the Jewish people? He ain't just smashing on them. That's just one aspect of who he's smashing on. But why is he smashing on all of the other nations? Go ahead. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they did all of that, but he was commanded to do it. That's what I'm going to show you. So let's go to Psalms 110, verse 1. Psalms 110, verse 1.
Psalm chapter 110 and verse 1. The Most High said unto my Lord.
So he said, the Lord said unto my Lord. Y'all see that big Lord? Yes. And then the little Lord? Yes. So that big Lord is Ahia. That little Lord is Yeshua. And he told him what?
Sit you at my right hand until I make your enemies my footstool.
So what did he tell Christ to do? Sit at his right hand until he make his enemies his footstool. Right? What did he say after that?
The Most High shall send the rod of your strength out of Zion. Rule you in the midst of your enemies. Your people shall be willing in the day of your power. In the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning, you have the dew of your youth. The Most High has sworn and will not repent. You are a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek.
All right, we know he's talking about Christ now because remember, Melchizedek made Christ a priest. Right, go ahead.
Verse 5. The Most High, the Messiah at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath.
So in the day of Christ's wrath, he's going to strike the kings, right? What it say after that?
He shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with the dead bodies. He shall wound the heads over many countries.
Whoa. Read that again.
He shall judge among the heathen.
So he's going to judge all of the heathen, right? Go ahead.
With the dead bodies. He shall wound the heads over many countries. He shall drink of the brook in the way. Therefore shall he lift up the head.
All right, so y'all see that? All right, so Christ is commanded by the Most High to destroy his enemies, right? So this is David saying it. Let's go back to Genesis and hear. Let's go all the way back to Genesis. Moses talked about Jacob saying it, right? So let's go to Genesis 49 and verse 8.
Genesis chapter 49 and verse 8. Judah, you are he whom your brethren shall praise. Your hand shall be in the neck of your enemies. Your father's children shall bow down before you.
All right, he said, Judah and thy brethren shall, basically the other 11 tribes praise. Because we was in the neck of our enemies, meaning that we came into the heart of America, right? So 10 tribes was here, Judah came too, and we went through it when we got here. Like, so in the slaves that was in America, they went through it. Like when we try to fight, they bring so many people trying to fight against us. It was crazy, right? So he's saying that y'all need to respect Judah for what they went through, right? And so what did he say after that?
Verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, you are gone up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion, and as an old lion. Who shall rouse him up?
All right. right, so now Jacob is looking in the future and he's seeing that we are so humble that we allowing so many things to happen and we ain't rousing up. How many, we see little girls, little boys getting shot by the police on a daily. We see them get hung in a tree in 2026, 2025, and we just, now it happens so much that we just be like, our hearts is just like, okay, well, another one. Like we ain't even got the anger that we're supposed to have no more. So he's saying, when is Judah gonna rise up? What's gonna rouse you now? You know what I'm saying? And then he say what after that?
Verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come. And unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
Until Shiloh come, right? Let's look up this word Shiloh. Okay, Shiloh, what does it say right here? It says, of the Messiah. So Shiloh in this verse is another word for Messiah, right? So he says, the sculpture shall not depart from Judah, not a lawgiver between his feet, until the Messiah come, unto him shall all the gathering of the people be, right? And what he said after that?
Binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass's colt unto the choice vine. He washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes.
Uh-oh. So now, he said he washed his garments in wine and his clothes in the blood of grapes, right? So this is showing what we just read in Isaiah 63, that his garments are going to be changed to another color, the blood of grapes, right? So what he say after that?
His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk.
All right, so the reason why the Messiah's eyes is red, it's not red because he be drinking. Y'all heard that before? Christ was a wine, though, so his eyes was always red. No. His eyes was red with fury because he was coming back to fight for his people, right? He is the savior of his people, right? All right, so we got that established, right? Okay, so now he said there'll be wars, rumors of wars. Matter of fact, let's go there real quick. Let's go to Matthew 28. No, 24, sorry. And we're going to start at, let's start at verse 4.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 4. And Yeshua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
All right, so what did Christ tell you in the end? We're going to hear wars and rumors of wars. But he said, see that ye be not troubled. There's a lot of people troubled over this war. They troubled. And they supposed to know the Most High. Right? You say you know the Most High, but you troubled in the mud, right? Woo-hoo! It's going down. Oh my God. I didn't have people call me and say, hey man, I'm coming straight to your house as soon as it goes down. I said, well, you better bring food and water, bro. Because we only got enough water. I ain't stacking up. That's like the oil. Remember that little prophecy? Yeah, the lamp, everybody had their oil. He want to use my oil at the very end. No, y'all got to have your own oil. I'm going to keep my candle lit. All right, so now, so wars and rumors of wars, right? And what is it after that?
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow.
Okay, so look, we haven't even got to the famine and the pestilence yet, right? It ain't happening over here in America like it's saying right here. And then we got to have earthquakes in diverse places. He said, these are the beginning of sorrows, right? So we haven't even made it there. So it's a lot of stuff that got to transpire before Christ come back, right? And then what happens after that?
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved.
All right, so he said we must endure to how long?
The end.
To the end. Now, some of us don't have to die for the Most High. And some of us don't want to die for the Most High. But it's going to have to be that way because it's predicted that that would happen. And if you had to die for anything, why not die for him? I always tell this story, you know, dude have a gun in your head. You believe in the Most High? If you say yeah, I'm going to pull the trigger. And then you say no, he pulled the trigger anyway. And that was your last words. So you denounce Christ at the very last second before you die. Now we went up here wondering, did you make it into the kingdom or not? And we ain't gonna know until he started delivering everybody up. So I hear a lot of pastors or teachers or Hebrew teachers teaching, you know, that everybody gonna be safe. That ain't what Christ said. Everybody ain't gonna be safe. Some of us gonna have to go through it, right? But we got to be willing and love the Most High enough to do whatever it takes to make it into that kingdom, right? So you don't have to run to another country trying to save yourself. That's ridiculous. You are here for a reason. You're supposed to be waking up your people. You're supposed to be a testimony of the Most High in the daughter of Babylon. And you're supposed to have faith that Christ's going to deliver you at the end times and you make it in. And if you're trying to save yourself, you're taking matters into your own hands. So now you're saying you don't believe. They have a whole scripture about Israelites when they was in Babylon and they was leaving early. And the Most High killed them all. Just because they didn't have faith. And it's the same scriptures that they were trying to use. Flee, come out of the lands of the north. And all of that, it was the same thing. He said, they left early and the Most High killed them all. Because they didn't save themselves out of Babylon. The Most High saved them out of Babylon. They didn't save themselves out of Egypt. The Most High saved them out of Egypt. Who's going to save us out of America? The Most High is going to save us out of America. So if you start trying to take everything into your own hands and preaching against the Bible, preaching against Christ, preaching against the Most High, that's on you. All right, so now we see how the stage is being set by Christ's words itself, right? So just because you hear wars and rumors of wars and all of that, they not going to shoot a nuclear bomb right now and blow everybody up. It's not going to happen, according to the Bible, right? We still got other things that must take place that we got to endure to the end to get to, right? So now, if you're saying that Gog and Magog is fighting right now, you got to say that the Jewish people has been in the land for 1,000 years in their reign. So let's prove that. All right, so now let's go back to Ezekiel chapter 38.
38?
Yes, sir.
Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 1. And the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man, set your face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And and say, Thus saith the Most High Power, Behold, I am against you, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. And I will turn you back and put hooks into your jaws, and I will bring you forth in all your army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with you.
All right, now do y'all see how big this is? He's saying Gomer and all his bands, and Ethiopia, and Persia, and Libya is with them. This is a gang of people. This ain't just one nation. You just can't say, oh yeah, man, this is Iran right here. This is Russia right here. This is a gang of people coming against who? Who are they coming against? You got to keep reading the chapter to find out, but you don't want to keep reading the chapter. You want to go by the narrative that the Jewish people made, that they telling you that this war right now is this event, and it's not. You going against yourself, Hebrew. You going against the Israelites, Hebrew. Watch this. Keep going.
Verse 7. Be you prepared and prepare for yourself, you and all your company that are assembled unto you, and be you a guard unto them. After many days you shall be visited. In the latter years you shall come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people, against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste. But it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. You shall ascend and come like a storm. You shall be like a cloud to cover the land, you and all your bands, and many people with you. Thus say the Most High God, it shall also come to pass, that at the same time shall things come into your mind, and you shall think an evil thought.
Okay, so they got all these people with them, and all of a sudden, the evil thought comes to their mind. What is this evil thought that comes to their mind? This is very important. This is how we gonna smash the Gog and Magog man right now, right? So what is the evil thought? Read it.
And you shall say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates.
All right, so guess who these unwalled villages is? That's us in the 1,000-year reign. Right? This is not Jewish people. This is us in the 1,000-year reign. And I'm going to prove it to you because I know everybody kind of like, I see it, but I don't really see it. You're going to really see it when I get done. Right? We reading this, but then we're going to go and we're going to prove it in order. Right? So remember, all of these people came together. They thought of an evil thought that they want to come to the unwalled villages, to the people that's at rest. And then he said, that dwell safely. All of them dwelling without walls, having neither bars nor gates, right? Now remember, in a 1,000-year reign, right? Or what was in a 1,000-year reign, what is supposed to happen in a 1,000-year reign? Where the devil at? The devil is locked up for 1,000 years. Do y'all know that? So the devil locked up for 1,000 years, and after the 1,000 years is up, guess what happened? He get loose. And that's why that evil thought came to their mind, because the devil went straight to him like, hey, I know y'all been giving them silver and gold, and those children of Israel over there, but we need to take them out. You know how much gold they got over there? You know how much stuff they got over there? Oh man, the beautiful women over there. Oh, this, that. Man, we can make them slaves again. Let's go right now.
take a spoil, and to take a prey, to turn your hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land. Sheba and Dedan, and the merchants of Tarshish, with all the young lions thereof, shall say unto you, Are you come to take a spoil? Have you gathered your company to take a prey? To carry away silver and gold? To take away cattle and goods, to take a great spoil?
So they want all the stuff that they gave us, right? Because remember, they had the ships of Tarshish bringing us silver and gold all day long. They was building up our walls. We didn't have to do nothing. They even cleaned up all the dead bodies, right? But go ahead.
Verse 14. Therefore, son of man, prophesy and say unto God, Thus saith the Most High Power, in that day, when my people of Israel dwell safely, shall you not know it?
So who was those people that was dwelling safely? Israel. Not the Jewish people, the real people of Israel. And this is after the 1,000-year reign, right? And he said, my people dwell safely, shall you not know it? Right? Read.
And you shall come from your place out of the north parts, you and many people with you, all of them riding upon horses, a great company and a mighty army. And you shall come up against my people of Israel as a cloud to cover the land. It shall be in the latter days, and I will bring you against my land, that the heathen may know me, when I shall be sanctified in you, O God, before their eyes.
So this is the Most High saying, I'm going to sanctify you right before their eyes, right? Now remember, Christ is amongst us. But if you know how the Bible goes, remember when Christ destroyed all of the enemies and he get all of the blood on his shirt, what is he going to do after that? He going to give all his power back to, who said that? He going to give all his power back to the Most High. And he going to sit amongst us and we going to cry for him that was pierced. Right? Because now Christ don't have the same power that he had no more. He's there amongst us. And so this is why the Most High said, oh, you really thought you was going to come take a spoil? You was going to come and try to come against my people? Right? So for the people that's listening, that's 1 Corinthians chapter 15. And then Solomon find the scripture where we're going to cry out for him that was pierced. I can't remember exactly where that was at. Nope. That ain't Isaiah. All right, but let's go.
Verse 17. Thus saith the Most High God, Are you he of whom I have spoken in old time by my servants the prophets of Israel, which prophesied in those days many years that I would bring you against them? And it shall come to pass at the same time when Gog shall come against the land of Israel, saith the Most High Power, that my fury shall come up in my face. For in my jealousy and in the fire of my wrath have I spoken. Surely in that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel.
All right, so now the Most High sitting on the throne when his son, his right hand is amongst Israel too. So now he mad and he's saying, I'm going to get up off the throne now. And when he get up off the throne, it's going down. He gonna shake the whole world just because he got off the throne. You see what I'm saying? Well, you about to say something? You got it? Okay. All right, we're gonna go there. All right, go ahead, Elder. Nope.
Verse 20. So that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the field and all creeping things that creep upon the earth and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence, and the mountains shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground.
So when the Most High stand up, it's going to be earthquakes. He said every single wall going to fall down. Right? What did he say after that?
21. And I will call for a sword against him throughout all my mountains, saith the Most High Power. Every man's sword shall be against his brother, and I will plead against him with pestilence and with blood. And I will rain upon him, and upon his bands, and upon the many people that are with him, an overflowing rain, and great hailstones, fire, and brimstone. Thus will I magnify myself, and sanctify myself, and I will be known in the eyes of many nations, and they shall know that I am a high God.
All right, so y'all see how mad he is. He said, we're going to be known after that, boy, because they be like, man, he went in, right? So now, just before we do the cliffhanger and show you and prove to you without a shadow of a doubt, because just reading that chapter ain't going to do it for a lot of people. We got to go deeper. But I brought out a point, and I got 2 verses to prove that point, that Christ is giving his power up. When we go into the 1,000-year reign, he ain't going to have the power that he had. He's giving it up. So let's go to 1 Corinthians 15:22.
First Corinthians chapter 15. And verse 22. For as in Adam all die, even so in Christ shall all be made alive. But every man in his own order, Christ the first fruits, afterward they that are Christ after his coming. Then comes the end.
Then comes the end.
When he shall have delivered up the kingdom to the Most High.
So Christ is the husband, right? We are the bride. Christ got to change us, right? Because he said, you will be changed in the twinkling of an eye, right? And as we be changed, he's going to present us back to the Most High. A lot of people don't know Israel got divorced from the Most High. So Christ had to come and marry us. He's going to marry us, but then deliver us back to the Father. A new creation. That should make a lot of people's heads go, woo! Woo! Christ, the Most High, divorced us. Christ came down, married us. That's why he's the bridegroom. We are the bride. After we get changed and we marry Christ, he's going to present us back to the Most High. And then after he presents us back to the Most High, what's going to happen?
Again, 24. Then comes the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to the Most High, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power.
Woo! So Christ got to put down what?
All authority and power.
He said he put down rule, all authority, and all power. You know the Most High ain't doing that. If the Most High said, I'm going to put down all rule and authority, the devil going to run up there real quick. Right? Christ is going to give up all rule, all authority, and all power. Read.
25. For he must reign till he has put all enemies under his feet.
So remember we read that? That was his job, to put all the enemies under his feet. Right? So he must have the power until he complete his mission. And after he complete his mission, he's going to be so humble to the Most High, or higher, he's going to give all the power back to the Most High. Read.
The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. For he has put all things under his feet. But when he said all things are put under him, it is manifest that he is accepted, which did put all things under him. And when all things shall be subdued unto him, then shall the Son also himself be subject unto him that put all things under him, that the Most High may be all in all.
He wanted the Most High to be what? He wanted the Most High to be all in all. The Most High gave him a gang of power from himself and said, this is what I want you to do with this power. Christ is going to go down, use the power just for what the Most High said, and then give it right back. Give it right back. As soon as he give it back, right? So now we in the unwalled villages. We in a 1,000-year reign, right? And now, what was that verse again? Solomon?
Zechariah 12 and 10.
Zechariah 12 and 10. Let's go there real quick.
Zechariah, right? 12 and 10. The burden of the word of the Most High for Israel, said the Most High, which stretched forth from the heavens, and laid the foundations of the earth, and formed the spirit of man within him. Oh, you want verse 10, I'm sorry.
Where we at?
Zechariah 12. I started at 1.
I thought it was 13. It ain't. It's 12. Okay.
So you want 12 and 10, okay?
All right, start at verse, let's see. Start at verse 6.
Verse 6. In that day will I make the governors of Judah like a hearth of fire among the wood, and like a torch of fire in a sheaf. And they shall devour all the people round about, on the right hand, on the left, and on the left. And Jerusalem shall be inhabited again in her own place.
All right. Now that's another thing that's going to happen, right? The Israelites is going to have a gang of power. We're going to fight too. And people just skipping right over that. It's a lot of stuff that's going to transpire before this war is the beginning. It's not the very end, right? It's the beginning of the end for them, but it's the beginning of our beginning, right? All right, so let's go.
Verse 7. The Most High also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah.
All right, so he's going to save Judah first, right? Judah woke up first. Judah waking up all the 12 tribes of Israel right now. We're fulfilling that prophecy right now, right? Go ahead.
Verse 8. In that day shall the Most High defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as the Most High, as the angel of the Most High before them.
All right, so this is how David is coming back, right? Now remember, he said, all of us, he said, in that day, right, that we in the kingdom, remember the Most High loved David tremendously, right? He said, the Most High defend in the habits of Jerusalem, he that is feeble among them at the day shall be as David. So we're going to be the weakest person going to be like David. And David was a strong warrior, right? And he said, in the house of David shall be as the Most High, and as the angel of the Most High before them. So all of us are going to have the heart of David. Remember, he's going to change our heart, our mind, our spirit. So we're going to have the heart of David, right? And what it says after that?
Verse 9. And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. And I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and supplications. And they shall look upon me whom they have pierced, and they shall mourn for him, as one mourns for his only son, and shall be in bitterness for him, as one that is in bitterness for his firstborn.
All right. So he said that we are going to look upon him whom they have pierced. And you know, ain't nobody in the Bible been pierced except Christ. Well, you know, Paul too. I think when Paul pierced upside down, one of the disciples. Oh, that was Peter. Okay, so they gonna look upon him who was pierced, and they gonna mourn for him. Who you think them people are? That's us. We gonna be crying for Christ because he gonna be right there with us, and he gave all his power back, and he like, my job is done, and we gonna be cheering him on and crying and everything. Be like, man, Christ, you did that. You saved us. You destroyed all our enemies. You gave your life, married us, and then presented us back to the Most High so we can be back in the covenant fully. Fully. That's going to be something to cry for. I'm going to be crying. I'll be crying. I was like, man, he did that. He did that. All right, so let's go. Y'all with me? So we going through the scriptures. We studying ourselves to be approved. We ain't going by tradition. A lot of people going by tradition. They go on the internet. Who's Gog and Magog? And they jump on it. We don't do that. We try to put everything in order so we can find out exactly what the Bible talking about, not man, right? So now, people that were saying that, they're going to feel real crazy when we go to Revelation chapter 20. They're going to feel crazy they was teaching that. They might have to do an apology. Like, I was wrong about that. But, I mean, that's a great thing to do. If you preach something wrong and you want to make it right, man, that's honorable. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to salute you if you do it. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't claim to get every single thing right. We're going to make mistakes here and there. But it's when you make the mistake, how you going to fix it? Now, are you too prideful to say I messed up? You don't think your congregation will love you enough to say, okay, he made a mistake right here, but he's fixing it? Or are you just going to let the lie ride and just keep on rolling with it? All right, Revelation 20. Let's get it.
Revelation chapter 20 and verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand.
All right, so this angel came down from heaven and had a key, and the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. That's a sight right there. I should have made an image of that. An angel coming down with a big old key and a great chain, right? And then what he said after that?
And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
So the angel came down and grabbed the devil and bound him in the bottomless pit for 1,000 years. And what happened after that?
Verse 3. And cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
So he was in the bottomless pit until the 1,000 years are fulfilled, right? What 1,000 years is he talking about? He's talking about our reign in freedom with Christ, our 1,000 years, which is one day, the Sabbath, that we're going to praise the Most High for one day in peace with Christ, with the 12 tribes, giving the Most High all his praise for one day, which is 1,000 years for us, one day to him, right? All right, what's going to happen after that?
And after that, he must be loosed a little season.
So after the 1,000 years is up, he going to be what? He going to be loose. What's going to happen after that?
And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yeshua, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years.
They lived with Christ for what? So these are the people who gave their life for the Most High, and these are the people who were strong enough not to be worship the beast, right? And receive the mark of the beast. And receiving the mark of the beast is the worship of the beast. When we worship the Most High, we get a mark on our forehead and our left hand. If you worship Satan, you're gonna get a mark on your forehead and your right hand, right? It's not a physical mark. They can make it a physical mark, but the way the Most High look at it, it's a spiritual mark that's going to happen, right? So if you choose to worship Satan, you got the mark of Satan. Even though you don't see it, it's there, right? If you don't keep these commandments, you're going to have the mark of Satan. But if you give your life to the Most High, you're doing everything you're supposed to do, he's going to mark you, right? The Most High is going to mark you for his. So remember, we must reign with Christ how long? All right, what's going to happen after that?
Verse 5. But the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection.
Okay, so this is very important right here. Okay, so he said the rest of the dead didn't live until after the 1,000 years was finished, right? So remember, he already talked about who he's seen rise up. Remember when the trumpet supposed to blow? He said the dead in Christ shall arise first, and the living shall be caught up with them. Them the only people that's coming up. But the people who didn't make it, they ain't coming back until after the 1,000 years. And I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen when they come back after those 1,000 years is finished. Right? What it say after that?
Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. On such the second death has no power, but they shall be priests of Ahiah and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
Okay, so now the 1,000 years is up. We didn't see Christ then delivered us to the Most High. We married to him now. We in our 1,000-year reign. We praise him. We living good. And all of a sudden, Satan get loose. Let's find out who he go to. Read.
Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. Gog and Magog. Woo! There it is. Woo! To gather them together to battle.
Wow. Did y'all see that? See why we got to stay in the Bible and stop going to commentary and finding out what these Jewish people talking about and what the internet, we got to stay in the Word. We got to stay in the Word. He said, and after the 1,000 years is finished, and they shall go out to deceive nations which are in the four corners of the earth. So the devil is going to go to the four corners of the earth to talk to who? Gog and Magog. So that means Gog and Magog ain't even created yet. Because it's many people. It ain't just one nation. It's a gang of nations. But it's the nations that make it through the judgment of Christ. Right? And then they was worshiping. You know, these people was the same people that was coming worshiping and doing our holy days while we was in a 1,000-year reign. Because the Most High commanded them to do it, and they was doing it. Are y'all hearing me? So the Most High said, you better come to my holy mountain. I don't care if you ain't children of Israel, y'all better come to this holy mountain or y'all gonna die. And they were like, all right, we coming to the holy mountain. Right? So they at the holy mountain. But then all of a sudden, here comes Satan. Hey, you know they got a gang of food over there. You know they got a gang of gold, silver, and diamonds. You might want to sleep with some of their women. We can make they men slaves again. Let's do it. He get in all their minds, all of them on one accord to come against us again, just like they was in one accord to make us slaves. Do y'all know the whole world came onto one accord to make us slaves? So they want to try to do it all over again, right? But what's going to happen?
Verse 9. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city. And fire came down from the Most High out of heaven and devoured them.
So what's going to happen to them? Ahia is going to stand up on the throne, and he going to shoot fire down from heaven and kill them all. Devil just got mad right now. You know, he in the electricity and stuff. He's like, oh, they got us. Our lie ain't working anymore. And we rebuke you right now in the name of Ahia Baal Shem Yeshaya. All right, verse 10 says what?
And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever.
Okay, so remember, there's hell, bottomless pit, then it's the lake of fire. This is the very last judgment for the wicked. So he said he's going to grab the devil and throw him into the lake of fire, right? Where he's going to be tortured day and night for how long? Ever and ever, right? And then what's going to happen after that?
And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High. And the books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works.
All right, so this is the people who didn't make it in. They got to go to the book of life. And they got to see if they're going to be able to make it in. Did you do enough? Did you do enough to make it in? Sorry, stage exit to the left. Right? If you made it, you're going to say, all right, go on, make it in. But the children of Israel, that was in 1,000-year reign, and then the people who are in, you know, they got picked before we even knew who we were. Right? Because it's people like our grandmothers and stuff and our great-great-grandmothers, they still going to be there. Even though they didn't know nothing that the Most High winked at they and let them in. Right? Because he judged their heart and not the commandments at that time because they know it. Right? And that's a whole other lesson. But the people who went against the Most High and had evil in their hearts, they got to go to the book of life. That's the second resurrection. Right? Then what happened after that?
13. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and the dead which were in them. And the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged every man according to their works. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire.
Can you imagine a big old giant book and they be like, what's your name?
See you.
Don't see you. Stage left. So you ain't in the book, you gone. Death and hell got cast into the lake of fire. So people talk, oh, it ain't no hell. It's a hell, bro. Hell ain't just being dead or whatever you say, a big old hole where they burn trash. Like, you better quit playing. Hell is real. He said death and hell got cast into the lake of fire. All right, 21. What does it say after that?
Chapter 21. Revelation 21 and 20 and verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
So here we go. This is the kingdom coming down to earth, right? The New Jerusalem. And what does it say after that?
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them, and be their power. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
So the Most High taking away death, pain, sorrow, and crying. It's all gone. And what's going to happen after that?
Verse 5. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I will make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. And he that overcomes shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he will be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Woo! And there came...
So you died and you're going to die again. And what's the first thing that he said? But the fearful. So people were scared. Oh my God, martial law. Oh my God, they're about to hear a nuclear bomb over here. Oh my God, they're about to do this. Oh my God. So the fearful, if you fearful and you trying to save your life like that, and you don't have no faith in the Most High, you're going to be the first one to get thrown into the lake of fire. Remember, Judah is bold as a lion. You know what I'm saying? The wicked, what did it say? The wicked shall flee with no man pursuing. Hey, nobody after you, you just running. You all over the place. Straight chickens. Group of cowardly chickens. Nobody caught that. And I believe it right there. Y'all didn't catch that, did you? All right, so then after that, that's when the New Jerusalem comes down. And he talks about how it's going to look, and it's going to have the 12 gates for the 12 tribes of Israel. But our lesson today was to prove that you can't say that Gog and Magog is fighting right now. You can't do it. Unless you want to say that the children of Israel is the Jewish people. You can't do it. This is that's the last battle after the 1,000-year reign. That is so clear. You can't say Iran is Gog and Magog is Russia. Now you could, if they make it to all the way to the end and be in a part of the 1,000-year reign, but even after that, it's still more people than that. This is a group. This is a band of people. This is like the whole world coming against us at the same time. So why wouldn't you name everybody if you want to be super correct on what you're talking about? Name everybody that's going to be there. Why you just naming one nation? So I know a lot of people like, dang, man, why I didn't see that? And it happens, you know, we teachers, it happens sometimes. But this is why you got to study, man, because what we teach people, it matters. You know what I'm saying? And us being the children of Israel, we can't go around, we can't preach like that, because you saying that the Jewish people, you're going against us preaching like that. So any Hebrew Israelite that's going around saying that the Gog Magog fight is going on right now, you're going against children of Israel right now. The real yourself. You're going against yourself. And the Most High. Because you're not putting it in the correct order. All right, any questions? Questions? Everybody got it? All praise to the Most High. Y'all wrote them scriptures down?
Where it was saying that unwalled, that's the case.
That was Ezekiel chapter 38.
Yeah, but that was the case. Like, it was talking about.
No, that's the unwalled villages is where we at. Basically, why he said unwalled villages, because we was at peace. Nobody would mess with us. We don't have to have no gates up of fortress gates, because no, we was chilling.
Yeah, in the future.
Oh, no. The 12 gates is what, if you read 21 and 9, the Most High making a whole city. It's called, what is it called? Yeah, New Jerusalem. New Jerusalem coming down. Remember Christ said, I made a house with many mansions for you? That's the house with many mansions. So everything he said is going to come true. But you got to make it all the way to the end to be able to walk through the gate. Through one of those gates. Because each gate is Judah, Benjamin, Levi. So you walk in your tribe gate. And that ain't for everybody. That's only for the 12 tribes of Israel. You get it now? If you read 9 on down, you'll understand what it's doing. All right. Any other questions? Y'all see why it's important to read and study? Because you be sitting up here preaching some crazy stuff. They got like whole YouTube clips. Gog and Magog. The war is going on right now. And to be straight Israelites. I'll be like, come on, bro. Seriously? All right, but we're going to end it right there. Our praise to the Most High. All right, so everybody that's watching on social media, this video will be up for 2 weeks, but I'm going to put it back in. So y'all just be looking on our page to find it again, because I have to reload it on. They be taking our stuff down. I did this video. I did this one, I believe, and they took it down off of YouTube. I did one called The Last Days. They took that one off of YouTube. They don't want me talking about last days, because I be going by the Bible, so they just take mine down. I'll be like, everybody everywhere talking about last days. Well, as soon as I talk about it, y'all gonna take my stuff down. Every time, talk about violated some kind of rights. Like,
Yeah, they gonna leave up what's misleading people.
I'm like, this is
Leave
crazy.
that up.
Everybody know the Passover coming up. So people that's watching, before you go, if y'all want to have a good Passover to serve and worship and praise the Most High, contact us now. You're welcome to come. We ask you to come royal, fringed up, ready to praise the Most High. Sober. we don't get faded. No alcohol, no weapons. Right? Huh? We drink wine. We don't drink the hen dog. We don't drink the gin and juice. Go ahead, sis. Oh, the times that we're supposed to take off for the Passover? The Passover is on the first, going into the second. So you have to, so that'll be Wednesday going into the Thursday. So you have to take off. I'll take off Thursday, but you know, it don't say that you have to take off on Passover day, but so the Bible says that we're supposed to take off on the first day of unleavened bread, which would be Friday, Thursday night, which will be Friday, and then that'll be next Thursday. So Friday that 1 week, and then Thursday the next week. And if you work at night, that'll be Thursday night, and then it'll be Wednesday night. All right. I got to take off a gang of days because I got to get the lamb, this, that. Woo! It's a lot to go on. I was thinking about having a lamb at my house, playing with Yaakov in the backyard for a little while. It's going to be hard to kill him after that. He's going to be part of the family. Man. All right. So, if y'all want to come to Passover, y'all welcome to come with us. So we're going to be putting that out there. We got a couple people supposed to be performing. And we're just going to have a beautiful, beautiful Passover. So, once again, it's on April the 1st. So if you want to attend, you know, leave us an inbox, let us know, and we'll give you all the information. And other than that, all praise to the Most High. Y'all enjoy y'all Sabbath, and Most High willing, we see y'all next week. All praise to a Hayabah Shem Yeshua.